Title of the story: The Sleeping Beauty, a tale of fate and courage. Once upon a time, a beautiful princess was born to a king and queen who had longed for a child. They invited 7 fairies to be her godmothers, and at the christening, the fairies gave her wonderful gifts. The first fairy gave her the gift of beauty, so she would always be lovely to look at. The second fairy gave her the gift of grace, so she would always move with elegance. The third fairy gave her the gift of dance, so she would always be light on her feet. The fourth fairy gave her the gift of song, so she would always have a beautiful voice. The fifth fairy gave her the gift of wit, so she would always be clever and wise. The sixth fairy gave her the gift of goodness, so she would always be kind and gentle. But an old fairy, who was forgotten and angry, cursed the princess, saying, "On your 18th birthday, you will prick your finger on a spinning wheel and die." The old fairy was furious that she had been forgotten and wanted to revenge. The 7th fairy, who had not given her gift yet, tried to reverse the curse. She waved her wand and said, "I give the gift of a gentle sleep instead of death until she is awakened by the touch of a rose flower." The king and queen, desperate to prevent the curse, removed all the spinning wheels from the palace and warned the princess never to touch one. They kept a close eye on her, always watching over her, and said, "Be careful, dear. Don't touch any spinning wheels." But fate had other plans. On her 18th birthday, everyone in the kingdom was happy and relieved that the princess had reached adulthood and was safe from the curse. But the curious princess was exploring the palace, and she stumbled upon a closed room. Out of curiosity, she opened the door and found a spinning wheel inside. Despite her parents' warnings, she couldn't resist the temptation and touched the spinning wheel, pricking her finger and falling into a deep sleep. The king and queen were heartbroken. They had their daughter carried to the best room in the house and laid her on a beautiful bed. They kissed her goodbye and forbade anyone from entering. The 7th fairy cast a spell to make everyone in the castle fall asleep too, and made trees and brambles grow around the castle to keep them safe. 100 years passed, and a brave prince from another kingdom heard about the sleeping princess. He rode to the castle, braved the brambles, and found the princess sleeping. He touched her forehead with a rose flower, and she woke up. They talked for a long time, and the rest of the castle woke up too. The prince and princess got married in the castle chapel, and they lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: fate can be cruel, but courage and kindness can overcome even the toughest challenges. Always be brave and kind, just like the prince and princess.